Okay. So in type 2, that first sum that we have done, page number 27, that sum repeatedly came around 10-15 times in the exam. The same sum. You sold HK dollar at this rate. Later you decided to cover yourself from London. Interbank rates are as follows. What's the profit or loss? And suddenly in one particular term, Institute gave the same type but in a different version. The version was the one in which I have given you the note that you can cover from two places. Plus the language was difficult. Let's see. Page number 36, problem 28. Page 36, problem 28. Page 36, problem 28. Page 36, problem 28. So it's given you, a foreign exchange dealer of your bank, are informed that your bank has sold a telegraphic transfer on Copenhagen for Danish kroner 10 lakh at the rate of Danish kroner 1 equal to 6.5150. So the language is difficult. You as a dealer are informed that your bank has sold, if we forget about the middle part, a TT on Copenhagen, just ignore that. Your bank has sold Danish kroner 10 lakh at the rate of 6.5150. Now compare this language to page number 27, first line. Please compare this to page number 27, first line. You sold HK dollar 1 crore value spot to your customer at 5.7. Now 28, first line. You as a dealer of your bank are informed that your bank has sold a TT on Copenhagen for Danish kroner 10 lakh at the rate of Danish kroner 1 equal to 6.5150. Is the language same? Yes. The language is just made a bit heavy. Okay. Just like Mumbai is the capital of India, financial. Okay. New York for US, London for UK. So Copenhagen maybe for Denmark. Copenhagen may be the name of the city in Denmark. You have to be very open about it. Can you learn the capital cities of every country in the world? Are we going to sit down for that? Maturity is required that they may take the name of any city next time. Okay. You are required to cover the transaction either in London or New York. Before you read further, please understand, we require the rupee per Danish kroner rate. What do you require? Rupee per Danish kroner ask rate. Rupee per Danish kroner ask rate. The rates given are Mumbai, London. So it's given in a different style. Now Mumbai, London or London, Mumbai does not decide upon which is the base currency. I repeat, whether it's given Mumbai, London or it's given London, Mumbai, that will not decide which is the base currency. The base currency shall be decided by looking at the rate. The rate is in terms of rupee. The rate is in terms of rupee. How can it be the price of rupee? Can 1 rupee be 74 rupees? So obviously the rate is of what? Pound. Okay, Mumbai means rupee, London means pound. The rate is with rupee and pound, and the rate is in terms of rupee. So write by the side of it, rupee per pound. Rupee oblique pound, have you written? Next rate, Mumbai, New York, what is it? Rupee per dollar. What is it? Rupee per dollar. London, Copenhagen. London, Copenhagen. So London for pound, Copenhagen for DKK. That we can understand by looking at the rate. The rate is what per what? DKK per pound. Anybody said pound per DKK is wrong? How can DKK be the base currency? The rate is given in terms of DKK, na? It must be the rate of what? Pound. DKK per pound. And the last rate, New York, Copenhagen, what is it? DKK per dollar. Hope you have written. If you have not written, there will be a difficulty in communicating. Okay. The first was rupee per pound. The third was DKK per pound. Apply your brain on first and third. First was rupee per pound. Third was DKK per pound. What do? Divide. Rupee per pound, DKK per pound. Pound, pound, cut. You get rupee per DKK. So first divide by third. And second divide by what? Fourth. First by third and second by fourth. You are understanding? In which market will you cover the transaction, London or New York? And what will be the exchange profit or loss on the transaction? Ignore brokerage. Okay, do it please. Okay, just 1 second. The main part that we have sold at 6.5150, we are writing at the top and then going for alternative 1 cover, alternative 2 cover, correct? Let's start. Dealer has sold DKK 10 lakh, DKK 10 lakh, spot at rupees 6.5150 per DKK, rupees 6.5150 per DKK. Full stop. To cover this, comma, dealer has to buy DKK. Dealer has to buy DKK. Buy DKK. Full stop. We require the rupee per DKK ask rate. We require the rupee per DKK ask rate. Para change, alternative 1. Cover through London. Cover through London. This is the heading. Inside the heading, rupee per DKK ask rate. Rupee per DKK ask rate. Yes, please, what by what? 74.3200 divide by 11.4200. 74.3200 divide by 11.4200. Ask by bid is equal to ask, na? 74.3200 divide by 11.4200. Speak out. 60? 66.50? Sorry, 6.5079. It is 6.5079. 6.5079 is good because it's less than 6.5150. Okay, 6.5079. Okay, alternative 2. You're doing it yourself, I'm waiting. Alternative 2, you are doing it yourself. So you have done 49.2625 divided by 7.5670. 49.2625 divided by 7.5670. What do we get? 6.5102. That's bad. 6.5102. 6.5102. So we'll cover from what? London. Para change. We will cover from London. We will cover from London at 6.50. What was the rate? At 6.50? 79. 5079. Profit on the transaction. Profit on the transaction. Profit on the transaction equal to 6.5150 at which we sold earlier minus 6.5079 at which we later covered. So 6.5150 minus 6.5079 whole multiplied by 10 lakh. Whole multiplied by 10 lakh, yes? Rupees 7100. Rupees 7100. But the institute is getting some other answer, I think. Oh no, they have also got 7100, 7119. But they will logically calculated the profit from both the covers. From cover through London, they have calculated 7119. And from cover through New York, they have calculated 2295. Okay, 7119 is better. Okay, so that's okay, the way in which we have done. 7100 is the answer. Okay. Now, listen, in the type 2 variety, they gave another sum in which dealer has earlier sold and then he purchased and he got some profit or loss. However, the entire deal was cross currency, it was not rupee. And perhaps the dealer sold euro per dollar, then he purchased euro per dollar. So if he sold euro per dollar, means sold dollar against euro, later he purchased dollar against euro, the profit or loss shall be in euro. In our sums, the dealer was selling DKK against rupee, then buying DKK against rupee, the profit or loss was in rupee, na? So if the dealer sold dollar against euro and then purchased dollar against euro, the profit or loss is in euro. However, there was extra information given in the sum from which the student could feel that the institute is wanting that we should give the answer in rupee. There was extra information from which it was to be inferred that the institute is wanting that the answer should be in what? Rupee. Okay, write down please point number. Point number what? Point number 6. Point number 6, type 2 modified. Point number 6, type 2 modified. Type 2 modified. Dash. Cross currency deal. Cross currency deal. Dash. Answer to be computed in rupee. Cross currency deal. Dash. Answer to be computed in rupee. Answer to be computed in rupee. Okay. Oh, sorry. The sum involves use of. Okay. Luckily we are saved. See, the part 3 that we will do, part 3 is forward rate. Part 1 was currency conversion. Part 2 that's going on is what? Cross rate. And part 3 is forward rate. I have not entered forward rate. Correct? The sum that we are going to do contains forward rate information which is irrelevant. So although I am going into the sum, okay, but I did not worry because the forward information given in the sum is not required. So anyways, we can do the sum. Correct? Let's enter. Page number 39, problem 30. Page 39, problem 30. Page 39, problem 30. Your forex dealer had entered into a cross currency deal and had sold US dollar 10 lakh against euro at $1 equal to euro this much. This is euro per dollar. What is it? Euro per dollar. So your forex dealer had sold. So in order to cover, we need to buy. So you need the euro per dollar ask rate. Euro per dollar ask rate. Are you okay? However, later during the day, the market became volatile and the dealer, in compliance with management guidelines, had to square up the position. Square up the position in Hindi means sauda katna. Sauda katna. Okay? When you have a position, that's called sauda. Okay, though? Square off. Reverse trade. You sold, so you are later going to what? Buy. I'm just trying to explain the word. We were doing the same thing. It's not something new which I'm saying. Earlier you sold, then you are what? Buying. So you are cutting off the trade na. It's called square off. Those who know Hindi, it's called sauda katna. Okay, though? So square up the position when the quotations were. The quotations are spot US dollar equal to INR. What is this? Rupee per dollar. Write down by the side of it. Rupee per dollar. Then you have 1 month margin, 2 month margin. Please write by the side of it irrelevant. 1 month margin, 2 month margin. Please write by the side of it irrelevant because that is used to find out the forward rate. And the dealer has not entered into a forward transaction. Then we have once again spot, $1 equal to euro this much. What is it? Euro per dollar. Please write it by the side of it. Euro per dollar. And 1 month forward, 2 month forward, write irrelevant. 1 month forward, 2 month forward, please write irrelevant. Irrelevant. So your only relevant is the spot rate. So you have rupee per dollar and you have euro per dollar. Wait. Initially, the rate given to us in the first para was what? Euro per dollar. So we need the euro per dollar ask rate. We don't need the rupee rate. We need the euro per dollar ask rate. What is the euro per dollar ask rate? 1.4450. 1.4450. So the dealer had earlier sold at 1.4400 and is later on covering himself at 1.4450. Loss. He earlier sold at 1.4400 and now he is buying at 1.4450. There's a loss, Kelsey. Loss is, Kelsey, 1.4450 minus 1.4400, the whole multiplied by 10 lakh. 5,000. What? Euro. The quotation is in terms of euro, na? The loss is 5,000 euro. Loss is 5,000 euro. But you have to find out the loss in rupee. You have to justify the presence of the rupee rate in the sum. Okay? 5,000 loss euro. An Indian bank has a loss of 5,000 euro. From the word loss, you tend to feel 5,000 is coming as 5,000 is going out. Going out, loss. Loss of 5,000 means 5,000 is coming or going out. Going out. So we have to buy 5,000 euro. Had it been coming, we'll sell 5,000 euro. It's going out, so we have to buy 5,000 euro. If it would have been a profit, you would sell 5,000 euro now to get the rupee. If it's a loss, you have to buy 5,000 euro. Buy 5,000 euro. What rate? Rate for buying 5,000 euro. Cross rate. Rate for buying 5,000 euro, there will be a cross rate. Rupee per dollar, euro per dollar. Rupee per dollar, euro per dollar. The rate will be 31.4500 divided by 1.4400. Correct? Ask rate. 31.4500 divided by 1.4400. At that rate, we will buy 5,000 euro. We will buy 5,000 euro. Okay? The student gets disturbed because nowhere in the sum was it written that we are supposed to find out the loss in terms of what? Rupee. So he can question, how do we understand? That is smartness. You understand because they wrote cross-currency deal, which means none of the two currencies are the bank's home currency. So the bank's home currency is rupee, it means. So you have to find out the gain or loss in rupee. If there was a gain, we will sell the euro. If there's a loss, we will buy euro. Understood? And more important than all this stuff is that whenever I'm dictating type 1, type 2 sum and all that, it means you got to remember. Because people who are mugging up the practice manual will mug up. They will know in and out. So when there's a type sum, it means is trying to say this can be repeated the same way. One shot repeated, cut, copy, paste. You got to remember. Okay? Nobody is compromising on concepts. But after the concepts, we need to remember what has come in the exam. Okay? To not sacrifice our marks. Correct? Okay. Write down please. Step 1. Step 1, dealer sold US dollar 10 lakh. US dollar 10 lakh spot at euro 1.4400 per dollar. At euro 1.4400 per dollar. Full stop. Step 2. To cover this, comma, dealer has to buy dollar. Dealer has to buy dollar at euro 1.4450 per dollar. At euro 1.4450 per dollar. Para change. Loss on the transaction. Loss on the transaction equal to 1.4450 minus 1.4400. 1.4450 minus 1.4400 whole multiplied by 10 lakh. Equal to euro what? 5,000. If anybody is surprised, how did we get euro? In the previous two sums, the quotation was rupee per DKK and rupee per HKD. Remember, we are getting the answer in rupee, in the price currency. Here the quotation is euro per dollar. So when you sell and buy it, you get the answer in terms of price currency, which is what? Euro. 5,000 euro. Para change. We got to find out the loss in rupee terms. We got to find out the loss in rupee terms. We got to find out the loss in rupee terms. We got to find out the loss in rupee terms. Full stop. Since it's a loss, comma, we have to use the rupee per euro ask rate. The rupee per euro ask rate. Rupee per euro ask rate equal to 31.4500 divide by 1.4400. 31.4500 the ask rate divided by bid rate 1.4400. 31.4500 divided by 1.4400 equal to 21.8403. 21.8403. Therefore, loss equal to 5,000 into 21.8403. 5,000 into 21.8403. 5,000 into 21.8403. What is it? 109,201. Rupees 109,201. Rupees 109,201. Okay, the answer is matching. Rupees 109,201. Rupees 109,201. Point number 7. Point number 7. Straightforward sum on conversion. Straightforward sum on conversion or cross rate. Straightforward sum on conversion or cross rate with irrelevant terms. With irrelevant terms such as, look at the board, nostro account, vostro account or loro account given. Nostro account, vostro account or loro account given. Which means nostro, vostro and loro, we are going to do it as a part of residual. I divided the chapter into 6-7 parts. Na? The last part was residual. What was the last part? Residual. I'll do it. But there are sums in which we don't require nostro, vostro, loro. We do not require. So you have to remember the noise in the sum. Na? Which parts are irrelevant in the sum. That's very important for a CA finance student to understand. Okay? So it's a conversion sum, it's a cross rate sum. You can do it like this. But illogically, if you look at Loro, oh, what to do? Nothing to do. So I've categorized it that way. Okay, look at the sum. Page number 34, problem 26. Page 34, problem 26. Page 34, problem 26. XYZ Bank, Amsterdam, wants to purchase. So those people who are illogical or stupid, they will focus on Amsterdam. Read it 3 times. What would you do of it here? Focus on the question. The XYZ Bank wants to purchase rupees 25 million against pound. Perfect. Purchase rupees against pound for funding their Nostro account. And they have credited Loro account with Bank of London, London. Let him say. The main thing is, this bank wants to purchase 25 million rupees against pound. It wants to purchase rupees against pound. That means we want to sell pound. Sell pound, purchase rupee. We need the rupee per pound bid rate. Rupee per pound bid rate. Am I okay? Purchase rupee, that is sell pound. Calculate the amount of pound credited. Ongoing interbank rates are per dollar rupees itna and per pound dollars itna. Which means what's the first rate? Rupee per dollar. What's the second rate? Dollar per pound. Are per pound likha hua hai na? Per pound dollar this much. It's dollar per pound. The first rate is per dollar rupees this much. The rate is rupee per dollar. So from rupee per dollar and dollar per pound, we can find out what? Rupee per pound bid rate. Rupee per pound bid rate. Okay? Write down please. Implied rupee per pound bid. Implied rupee per pound bid equal to okay, multiply or divide, I'm asking you. The first rate was rupee per dollar, the second rate is dollar per pound. Multiply, na? Correct? Rupee per dollar, dollar per pound. Multiply, dollar, dollar cut. So implied rupee per pound bid equal to 61.3625. 61.3625 into 1.5260. 61.3625 into 1.5260 equal to what? 61.3625 into 1.5260 equal to what? 93.6392. 93.6392. 93.6392. Next line. So, amount of pound credited. Amount of pound credited equal to 25 million. Write it in open form. 25 million means 250 lakhs. The 250 lakhs divided by what rate? 93.6392. Okay, 25 million divided by 93.6392. Yes, tell me. Pound 266982 approx. Pound 266982 approx. Pound 266982 approx. Okay, the answer is not matching. It is 267500. That's because they have calculated pound per rupee. We have calculated rupee per pound, na? They have calculated pound per rupee. They have calculated pound per rupee. That is why the answer is not matching. If I would have calculated pound per rupee, ask, because we are buying rupee. We are selling pound means buying rupee. So if you have calculated pound per rupee ask rate, it would have been ask rate 1.5270 calci. 1.527. Oh, sorry, it will be 1 divided by. Illogically, we have to do 1 divided by 61.3700 into 1.5270. Please calculate this. 1 divided by 61.3700 And in the denominator 1.5270. Ask into ask 1 by that. What is it? 0.01? 0.0107. 25 million into this. 25 million into this. 25 million into this. What? 267500. So what they did, they kept rupee as the base currency. What I did, I kept pound as the base currency. Okay, they kept rupee as the base currency, I kept pound as the base currency. In fact, in approximate terms, both our rates are same. Give me the reciprocal of this rate, please. Give me the reciprocal of this rate. What is the reciprocal of 0.0107? What? 93 point? And what rate did we get? So that's rounding off happening, because this is rounded off, na? If they don't do rounding off, do something once again. You calculate this in the calculator and do 1 by that. Oh sorry, you just calculate this, na? $711. Okay. We are selling pound. That means we are buying rupee. I have calculated the rupee per pound what? Bid rate. I have calculated the rupee per pound bid rate. They have calculated the pound per rupee what? Ask rate. Okay. That is why the difference. It's not possible. If you remember, then it's a different thing that you are mugging it up that in this sum we'll keep rupee as the base currency. Okay. Then, but otherwise, if you're not marking it that way, you will feel it difficult to remember that what is to be done. Okay. Maybe just do something, since we are matching the answer by answer. Do the calculations once again. Let's solve it again. Cancel the solution. Cancel solution. Cancel it. It's okay. You never know. They will not accept the answer. Cancel solution. Do it again. Write down. Bank wants to buy rupee. Bank wants to buy rupee. Bank wants to buy rupee. Full stop. So, we need the pound per rupee ask rate. We need the pound per rupee ask rate. We need the pound per rupee ask rate. Full stop. Barra change given. Rupee per dollar 61.3625 oblique 3700. Dollar per pound 1.5260 oblique 70. Implied rupee per pound 61.3625 into 1.5260 oblique 61.3700 into 1.5270. Wait a minute. I am calculating because we are going to multiply, na? So if we multiply, what are we getting? If we multiply, what are we getting? If we are multiplying, what are we getting? Rupee per pound. You will multiply, na? What are we getting? 61.3625 into 1.5260 oblique 61.3700 into 1.5270. Give me the answers. Give me the answers. $93.6392 oblique 93.7118. Okay, that means their solution is wrong. I understood. So implied pound per rupee. How do you calculate the inverse rate? Yeah, let's do it. So 1 divided by 93.7118 oblique 1 divided by 93.6392. Give me the figures. Give me the figures. 0.01 0 7 no 0.0107 oblique 0.01 Tell 0.01? 0.01? Okay, so we have to pull it in more decimals now. Give me in more decimals, 6 decimals please, once again. First one, 0.01, 0.010671 oblique 0.010679. 0.010671, 0.010679. Okay. So we needed the ask rate. Underline this rate. Next line. So to purchase rupees 25 million. To purchase rupees 25 million. So to purchase rupees 25 million, comma, we require to purchase rupees 25 million, comma, we require 25 million into 0.010679. We require 0.010679 equal to what? Equal to what? What? 269 26695. This answer must be closer to our answer, I think. What was our answer? 982. Now what mistake they have done? Without calculating the bid ask, they have simply rounded up the rates to 0.0107. You understanding the mistake? They didn't calculate the bid ask. So they did what? They rounded off the rate to 0.0107. It's a rounding off mistake. Because when we wanted to round off, we were getting the bid rate and ask rate what? Same. So if they would have calculated both the rates, bid and ask, they would have understood their mistake. Are you understanding? Our answer was perfectly correct. But just because they calculated one rate and they rounded off to 4 decimal place, they did not see that the other rate is also coming to that only. It is unfortunate if you can't understand what I am saying, because then what will you understand? Okay, they have rounded off to 0.0107. We also were rounding off that way only. But when we recognized that the bid rate and ask rate is coming to the same, then we thought to move to further decimal places. So the answer is different because they have calculated the rate to 4 decimal. Whereas the rate in this case should be calculated to 6 or 7 decimal to bring the difference between the bid and the ask. Okay? Some students say that, okay, we'll mail to the CA Institute, it listens. So do mail the institute. Show to them that look, the bid rate and the ask rate, if we round off, are coming what? Same. Therefore, the correct answer should be based on either 0.01069 or the best answer was what I dictated. The best answer was what I dictated. In this category, you write the word ambiguous. Please mark the sum. So this is the first ambiguous sum that we have done up till now. What is the meaning of the term ambiguous? Whenever I mark in classes a sum as ambiguous, it means that if you are following ICI, you got to remember that in this sum, I will only calculate the ask rate and round it off to 4 decimal. But if you want your answer to match with ICI, mug up. Okay, you have to calculate to 4 decimal place and round off 0.0107. You feel offended about it, nothing can be done. Or you calculate the correct answer and run the risk. Okay, that they may correct it nicely. Okay, ambiguous means mug up. The best thing is that both the solutions are there in your copy. You will be in a perfect position to see. Okay, on the day of the exam, SFM is today, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Today, this morning is devoted on ambiguous sums. Because you can't remember ambiguous. You will remember only if you look at it right on the day of the exam also. So throughout the curriculum, there will be around 50 to 60 ambiguous sums. So those 50-60 sums, you will see it on the final day of the SFM exam. So that on that day, you will remember, okay, this was to be done. Is it clear? So when do I write ambiguous? When we all acknowledge that this is stupidity happening. Okay, but we tend to decide that, okay, we'll mug it up. Correct? Okay. Next point. Point number 8. Triangular arbitrage. Point number 8, triangular arbitrage. Point number 8 is triangular arbitrage. Okay. Now the term arbitrage means making riskless profit. I am discussing. I am not dictating. The term arbitrage means making riskless profit by simultaneously selling something and buying something. If you simultaneously sell and buy and you make a profit without any investment and without taking any risk, that's called arbitrage. If you simultaneously do some transactions in which no money is invested and there is no risk involved and you make a profit, that's called arbitrage. It's sort of free lunch. It's sort of free lunch at the Taj. Okay, is that possible? No, it is not possible. Free lunch at the Taj is not possible. So triangular arbitrage or any form of arbitrage in real life is not possible. So why do they teach us the same? They teach us because they want to tell us that look, the arbitrage that you have done now, as soon as people will start carrying out that arbitrage, rates will change and the arbitrage will stay or vanish. Vanish. So they want to show you the impact of market forces. Let's make it easy. On the Bombay Stock Exchange, the price of a stock is 270. On the National Stock Exchange, the price of the stock is 285. And the transaction cost of buying and selling on the BSE and selling on the NSE is suppose 3 rupees. How much? 3 rupees, suppose. So in that case, there's an easy arbitrage. You buy on the BSE at 270 and you sell on the NSE at what? 285, incur rupees 3 and make a profit of what? 12. Where is the investment? No investment, because you bought and sold at the same time, na? There's no risk. If it so happens, everybody will start doing this. So everybody will buy the stock on the BSE. So the price on the BSE will what? Rise. Everybody will sell on the NSE. Price on the NSE will what? Fall. And it will rise, this will fall, the gap will be eliminated, the gap will be rupees 3. The gap will be rupees 3. So why do they teach us arbitrage? They teach us arbitrage to tell the student that there's something called market forces. If market forces find an arbitrage opportunity, they will exploit it and the rates will change and arbitrage will stay or will vanish. Vanish. They wanted to teach that to the student. It is unfortunate that most students will learn arbitrage, will know how to carry out arbitrage sums and will not recognize why arbitrage was included in the curriculum. To tell you that what will happen after this. Nobody thinks about it because it's not an exam testable question. No? Okay, it's not an exam testable question that people will start doing this, so this will rise, this will fall, it will get eliminated. If you are a complete student, you got to understand the last part, which is not a part of the sum. Is it okay? Okay. So arbitrage means no investment, no risk, positive return. No investment, no risk, positive return. We will discuss arbitrage at several places in the curriculum. This is the first place, second class of Forex, that we are discussing it for the first time. Okay. Triangular arbitrage, triangular, which means 3 currencies, A, B, C. You are given the rate between A and B, A by B, a rate between B and C, B by C, and also A by C. You are finding cross rate A by C, na? You don't have to find out, it's given in the sum. Bank X is quoting A by B, Bank Y is quoting B by C, Bank Z is quoting A by C. It's not implied, it's quoted. We will be asked to carry out arbitrage using, say, 1 lakh A. 1 lakh A. Using 1 lakh A. You will sell 1 lakh A to get B. You will sell the B to get C. You will sell the C to get A. You will sell the 1 lakh A to get B. You will sell the B to get what? C. You will sell the C to get what? A. Did you understand? You started with A. You went to what? B. From B you came to what? C. From C you come back to what? A. It's a triangle, no? If you get more than 1 lakh A that you started with, the extra amount is what? Arbitrage profit. If you get more than 1 lakh, that's arbitrage profit. If you get less than 1 lakh, it is what? Loss. If it is a loss, you reverse the process. You sell 1 lakh into C. You sell C into B. You sell B into A. Okay, you had to start by selling A na. You went from A to B, B to C, C to A. You can go from A to C, C to B, B to A. Okay? One path, the red one, results in a loss. So the second path, black one, results in a profit. Okay? One path will give you a loss, the other path will give you a profit, obviously. Let's take the example of BSE, NSE. If somebody is saying that I'll buy at NSE and sell at BSE, there will be loss, no? If somebody will buy at NSE at 285 and sell at BSE at 270, there will be loss of 18 rupees, 15 plus 3. Correct? So one path will give a profit, the other path will give a loss. Understood? However, if there are bid-ask rates given, bid-ask rates, both path can result in a loss. If there are bid-ask rates given, both path can result in a loss. Both path. Although this will not happen in the exam. When they give us someone arbitrage, definitely there will be an arbitrage profit, exam-wise. But if we talk real life-wise, both path can result in loss. Suppose the price on the Bombay Stock Exchange for the share is 268, 275. You want to buy the share, 275. You want to sell the share, 268. The price on the NSE is 270 oblique 280. You want to buy the share, 280. You want to sell the share, 270. Please check. If you buy from BSE, sell at NSE, there's a loss. Can you see that? If you buy from BSE and you sell at NSE, there is a loss. If you can't see that, it's very, very unfortunate. You buy from BSE at what price? 275. And sell at NSE at what price? 270. 5 rupees loss. If you buy at NSE and sell at BSE, there's a loss. You buy at 280, sell at 268, there's a loss. And if you talk stupidity, sir, I will buy at 268 and sell at 280, then that's heights, no? You can't buy at 268. The buying rate is 275 over there. So in bid-ask, both the path can result in a loss. But in the exam, they will not give the rates like this. In the exam, if it was BSE, NSE, the rate will be like this. Can you see arbitrage? Yes, sir. We can buy at 275 and sell at what? 280. Okay? Anyways, we don't have the talk about BSE, NSE over there. That's not the level of CA final that they'll give you two prices, BSE, NSE, and ask us how to carry out arbitrage. Every Tom, Dick, Harry on the street can do it. Okay? Arbitrage over here means A currency convert to B, B to C, C to A. If there's an arbitrage profit, stop. Do not show the other path. Do not show the other path. But if there's a loss, show the other path. What's the other path? A to C, C to B, B to A. Smartness. It means, sir, if we luckily got profit in the first path, we are not required to show the second path. Which means, why don't we, before committing, check which path will result in a profit, so that our time is saved? If the institute is wanting only the profit wala path, why are we showing the loss path? We are wasting our precious time, na? If the institute is going to give us marks on showing only the profit path, if you are also showing the loss path, you are being stupid. Is it okay? So the good news is that arbitrage sums can be best done on the calci. On the calci, without touching the pen paper. Just this into this, sir, divide by this, sir, into this. A to B, it's a calci stuff, na, 5 lakh into this. B to C, sir, divide by this. C to A, sir, into this. But what I am saying, that can be done on the calci. So you will on the calci check, na, which path is giving you a profit. Calci checking will take maximum 10 seconds. 10 seconds, I mean it, once you are proficient. So in 10 seconds you understand which path will result in a profit. Then decorate and show that path. Step 1, step 2, step 3. So I am not in favor of showing both the paths. So does ICAI show both the paths? No. ICAI also shows only one path. The path which shows what? Profit. If anybody wants to show both the paths, welcome. There's no issue. Is it okay? Triangular arbitrage. Please write down. This is point number what? 8. 8A. Whenever there is mispricing, whenever there is mispricing, whenever there is mispricing, comma, there is a scope of making riskless profit. There is a scope of making riskless profit. There is a scope of making riskless profit without any investment. Without any investment. Full stop. This is known as arbitrage. This is known as arbitrage. This is known as arbitrage. Point number B. Point number B. In the above context, comma, we have three currencies. We have three currencies. Dash. Okay, show them now. Show it, please. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Step 1, step 2, and step 3. Next line. Suppose we have to start with X. Suppose we have to start with X. Okay, just give me 2 minutes. I'm just coming. 2 minutes. So, the last line I dictated, suppose we start with X. Suppose we start with X. Dot, dot, dot. We convert X into Y. We convert X into Y. And then Y into Z. X into Y. Then Y into Z. And Z back to X. And Z back to X. Full stop. If we get more amount of X, if we get more amount of X than what we started with, if we get more amount of X than what we started with, comma, there is an arbitrage profit. If we get more amount of X than what we started with, comma, there is an arbitrage profit. There is an arbitrage profit. Full stop. Para change. Of course, we have the other path. Of course, we have the other path. We have the other path, that is convert x to z, comma, then z to y, convert x to z, then z to y, and finally y back to x, and finally y back to x, and finally y back to x. Parachange. If the sum doesn't have bid ask, if the sum doesn't have bid ask, if the sum doesn't have bid dash ask, comma, one path will result in a profit. One path will result in a profit. Result in a profit, while the other path will result in a loss. While the other path will result in a loss. While the other path will result in a loss. Full stop. If we have bid ask, comma, both paths may, may, will nahi, both paths may result in a loss. Both paths may result in a loss. Both paths may result in a loss. Full stop. Parachange. Examination advice. Examination advice. Solve the sum on calci. Solve the sum on calci. Solve the sum on calci. And just show that path. Just show that path which will result in profit. Just show that path which will result in profit. Which will result in profit. Full stop. Parachange. Example. Rupee per dollar, 68.4. Dollar per pound, 1.4020. Rupee per pound, 87.50. Next line. Show the process of arbitrage. Show the process of arbitrage. Starting with rupees 1 lakh. Starting with rupees 1 lakh. Okay, calci please. Bring out the calci. So you can see we can sell rupee either into dollars or into pound. Can you see on the board? Let's sell rupee into dollars. Please sell 1 lakh. 1 lakh rupees you are supposed to convert to dollars. You have already done that. Now convert the dollars into pound. Convert the dollars into pound. You've already done that. Convert the pound into rupees. How much are you getting? 91243. 91243. That's a loss. Because we started with 1 lakh, we got 91243. If somebody did not get 91243, which means that somebody even made a mistake in divide multiply. Right now, what we have, because there was no bid ask. You are making a mistake in divide multiply. That's very bad. 1 lakh rupee. Rupee is the numerator currency. You got to divide by 68.4. You get dollars. Now dollar is the numerator currency. You got to divide by 1.4020. You get what? Pound. Pound is the base currency. You got to multiply by 87.5. You get what? Rupees. Check the other path. Let's start again. Convert 1 lakh rupees into pound. On the calci. Convert 1 lakh into pound. You must have divided by 87.5. You got pound. Pound is the base currency. Multiply by 1.4020. 1.4020 multiplied. You get dollars. Dollar is the base currency now. Multiply by 68.4. 109. Okay. So, more than 1 lakh. That's arbitrage. So in the exam, we'll only show this path. Okay. Okay. Solution. Step 1. Convert rupee into pound. Convert rupee into pound. Dash. 1 lakh by 87.5. 1 lakh divide by 87.5 equal to, please, 2 decimal places. 1 lakh by 87.5. Give me the answer. 2 decimal places. 1142.86 pound. Step 2. Convert pound into dollars. Convert pound into dollars. Convert pound into dollars. Dash. 1142.86 into 1.4020. 1142.86 into 1.4020. What? 1602.29. 1602.29 dollars. Step 3. Convert dollars into rupee. Convert dollars into rupee. So that into 68.4. 1602.29 into 68.4 rounded off rupees. 109,596 approx. Approx. Write down approx. Because each stage we have done approximation. 109,596. Para change. Arbitrage profit equal to. Arbitrage profit equal to rupees 9596. Arbitrage profit equal to rupees 9596. Para change. Note. Do the sum again. Do the sum again. Starting with dollars 1 lakh. Do the sum again, starting with dollars 1 lakh. Okay, people, do it on the calci. You got to start by converting dollars. You all are doing on the calci. Okay, do it on the calci, please. Both the amounts will be same. The answers you are getting in rupee, na, same answer you will get in dollars. 91,000 something and 1,09,000 something. Try. This time in the first path, when you sold dollar into rupee, in that path you must be getting 1,09,000. In the first path itself. Because last time when you sold rupee in the first rate, there was a loss. So obviously dollar in the first rate will give a profit. Something has to be done at that rate. Na? Either rupee has to be sold or dollar has to be sold. So you sold 1 lakh at 68.4, 1 lakh into 68.4. That divided by 87.5. That multiplied by 1.4020. It's coming to 1,09,000, same figure, na? Same figure. Don't be surprised about why the figure is same, because the rates are same. These 3 rates are being used and 1 lakh is same. The answer will be same. How can the answer be different? That's a different thing, that the answer is in different currency. First it was 9,000 something rupees, now it is 9,000 something dollars. That's a different thing. So you can say that's a 9,000 something dollar is not equal to 9,000 something rupee. Yeah, it is not equal to. But that to the person has which currency, will start with that. No? We don't have to do the sum thrice. I was just teaching you that no matter which currency they give to start with, the procedure remains what? Same. Okay? Complete the sum in a written manner. Step 1. I'm not helping you, are doing it yourself. So your first step must be convert dollar into rupee. Your first step must be convert dollar into rupee. And you are doing 1 lakh into 68.4. Second step, convert rupees into pound. So you are dividing the result of step 1 with 87.5. So you got that much pound. Step 3, convert pound into dollars. So you are multiplying the result of step 2 with 1.4020. You are multiplying the result of step 2 with 1.4020. So you got approximately the same figure. Dollars 109,596. It could be 1 unit here and there. 109,596. So arbitrage profit dollars 9596. Arbitrage profit dollars 9596. Mark homework. Page number 133, problem 15. Page 134, problem 16. 133, problem 15, and 134, problem 16, and 133, 134 I said. Page 47, problem 36. I said 47, problem 36. And one more sum. Page 12, problem 8. Okay. These are all sums of the type that we have done. So ideally, you shouldn't have a single doubt. Your objective is to do it as per the class discussion. and your answer should match with the institute's answer. But the process is not supposed to be followed. Okay?